everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Let me just have a look. I think that might be slightly crooked. Probably made it worse. Okay, oh goodness me, where do I go with this? Which of course you've then got the steal from the voter, but I'm not doing that in this particular reading, but these cards keep coming up, regardless of what deck I use, the steal and the voter, when I pull the decks out and start shuffling. What I want to have a look at in this particular reading is the money trails. Oh, and there's the, information about the money trails. Stalled at the moment, the dark horse, but it's going to be coming out. Now, the reason why is that apparently Lynn Forrester is apparently all over the Epps files. Her father, I believe, now one of my lovely viewers put me onto this, and if I hop over here and actually have a look, if you go to Kate Justice, Kaitjustice, Substack.com, and it's the woman nobody asks about. Is the person connecting every thread of the Epstein network. So this particular woman, her maiden name was Lynn Forrester. There is a letter that's came out on file from her to Bill Clinton, remembering what I was talking about in that reading I just did on Bill and Hillary's testimonies. And it says, it was a pleasure to see you recently at Senator Kennedy's house. Which Kennedy is that one? There was so much to discuss and too little time. This was back in 1995. Using my 15 seconds of access to discuss Jeffrey Epstein and currency stabilisation, I neglected to talk to you about the topic near and dear to my heart, namely affirmative action and the future. Okay, so quite what was she wanting to talk to Bill about, which is why I think they're going to be stressing. And it was a blah, blah, blah. I am sending you a copy of a memo. George Stephanopoulos asked me to prepare an article about my participation in the FCC set aside program. There's another paragraph just basically wrapping it up. So there's a letter written there. So who is Lynn Forrester? Well, she married in 2000 and became Lynn Forrester de Rothschild. So she married into that family. Now, I believe hubby has since passed. And, oh, gosh, let me just put my cards back. But she's never actually been brought in to be questioned. So apparently, didn't run the operation is what it says, but she was on the Deutsche Bank advisory board 1 month before they accepted Epstein as a client. And her parents, her father, Kenneth Forrester, owned the Teterboro Airport in New Jersey, which her brother then took over in 1974, but this was the airport that had the majority of Epps flights going in and out of. It was sort of the private airport that the Epps planes were at in 1991 when Robert Maxwell fell off his yacht. Apparently, Lynn Forrester at that stage, gave Ghislaine the free use of a Manhattan apartment. Oh, goodness me. And in 2000 sold it to an anonymous shell company. She has connections with Dershowitz. She's got connections with Andrew. Where else does she go? It's just, and so the Deutsche Bank in 2013 appointed Lynn Forrester de Rothschild to the advisory board. At the same time, Peter Mandelson was appointed, and it was the month before Epps was accepted as a client. So this is one interesting person. Now, the next one I want to actually have a look at too, included in this, is again a Marian. And when I say marry in, I'm not marry in the name, marry in, Ariane de Rothschild, previously known as Langer. Now, they're claiming she was born in San Salvador, the country, but it appears, with a little bit of research, she was actually born in San Salvador, the island in the Bahamas. Her parents, French-German, were known as pro-Nazi sympathisers. Now, I haven't confirmed this. I'm just reading what somebody else seems to have found out, and they have a lot of links going for this person. Her father was apparently, allegedly, entertainment only, Gustav Langer, not who she claims as Wolfgang Langer. So apparently different Langers. Oh dear. Okay. And the travel pattern of Ariane's family during the 1965 to 1985 correlates with pharmaceutical scandals such as human trials in Bangladesh and Zaire, AIDS epidemic and regulation in Mozambique, and sale of pharma-grade chemicals to Colombian drug cartels. Why does this all sound so familiar with all the others that are tied in? So apparently on her Wikipedia page, she claims that she was born on San Salvador Island, but according to the genealogy website, clearly says San Salvador, Bahamas. So I'm not quite sure what the difference is, whether a Bahamas island versus whatever else she's saying. No. Where am I going with this? And Spanish Wikipedia incorrectly states that Wolfgang Langer is her father, but the family tree is clear that Gustav Langer is the father. Okay. Where do I go with these? Now, these are both married in to the de Rothschild family. And Ariane Rothschild is, where do I go with this? A French banker and the CEO of Edmond de Rothschild Group since March 2023 in Switzerland. Man. So these are two names that we really need to be aware of. And I just want to see now, who else is in Switzerland? There wasn't, didn't happen to be Melania not that long ago looking at buying property there. Oh, Sir Evelyn Robert Adrian de Rothschild is the one that married Lynn Forrester. Okay, he passed away in 2022. Let's see what happened to and oh God. Ariane Rothschild, her husband died in 2021. Ooh. So I just want to actually have a quick look. Sorry about this. He passed 15th of January 2021. When did this other one pass? He passed 7th of November. I mean, he was an old dude at 91 years of age, but within 2 months of each other seems very convenient. So I'm using the Golden Universal Tarot. No idea where I'm going to go with this, and sorry that's taken me 10 minutes to get to this stage, but there's something that doesn't smell right about it, and it's not the fact that I've just given the dog sardines and olive oil, because Spotty's on a high protein diet and 5 meals a day, only a little one for afternoon tea, sardines and olive oil. But let's have a look. So I want to have a look. Let's have a look at Lynn Forrester, all through the Epps files, now known as Lynn de Rothschild, and just have a want to go back and have a look to see where Lynn Forrester de Rothschild, what's she doing at the moment? Okay, sorry about this. Board membership. She currently serves on the board of directors for Estee Lauder, another one to avoid. The Economist Group, Rothschild, Bronfman EL, Rothschild LP, and Christie's International. Also served on the board of directors for Gulfstream. Oh, goodness me. Who wasn't involved in something with the Orange Group recently in regards to Gulfstream? With Canada. Right. These cards fell out. Let me go through them in the order that they fell out. Three of Swords. Truth that's going to come out that is going to be devastating for her, that she does not want out. Loss, disappointment, heartbreak. So there's this loss that's emotional loss. So potential legal issues, emotional loss. It's going to be huge information, and it's to do with movement and money. So we've got the Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles. Movement and money. You've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Harvest on the Tree, and the Ace of Swords. So let's see where this goes. Lynn Forrester de Rothschild. Just shake my head, put those back randomly. Come on down so you can watch me shuffle. And right, I'm going to name this her the Queen of Wands. And if I say prostituted herself for her position, I do apologise to the queens because they're powerful. But this is off the cliff. Something about this off the cliff for her. Let's have a look. Lynn Forrester de Rothschild. What do we need to know? What is coming down the pipe for her? Lynn Forrester de Rothschild. Now, they're not related. They both married into the family, and I believe they married cousins or something. So they have, different circles, but same circles, if that's, that makes sense. Right. Unexpected information is going to come forward. Maybe out of the Clinton testimony, but something that smells fishy. And as I said, it's not the tin sardines and olive oil I just gave the puppy dogs for afternoon tea. Something fishy is going to come forward about children potentially, and it is going to be highly emotive. The challenge is the cleansing, the emotions, new emotional beginning, can be about partnerships, but there's this cleansing that's coming. Okay. The energy she's stewing in is shut out in the cold. She might have her assets seized. Five of Pentacles, finding herself financially out in the cold because of the exposure in the past already. Fully exposed with the Sun card there in the past. Crowning the reading, we've got higher authorities here. This might be court seizing, or this could be a royal decree at the White House. The energy over it is these higher authorities above the mere mortals. Let me just say it that way. Judgment in her immediate future. There she is externally, the Queen of Wands. Internally, trying to move something forward, but this might be trying to get out. I don't know where she's living. This might be her trying to get out, but the two sphinxes have laid down and said, nope, hopes and fears, everything's coming to an end. The reading I did the other day, my guide said to me, the earth is not big enough. Now, whether that means underground bunkers or people that have passed over and get dug up or quite what. hopes and fears. This era is coming to an end. The World card. The outcome. Ten of Wands. Start again. 10 of Cups. The happy ending of the happy family. Reduced conditions perhaps with that Page of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Swords, a harsh truth coming forward. We've got the Four of Wands, finding entrapped by the information coming out, and then the Ace of Wands. And we've got here a gift from the past, or to do with the Epps files. A lot of us readers have this as the Epps files. Investigation with the Hermit, and Tower moment. Tower moment, and then legal action being taken with the with the King of Swords. Just seeing what's on the bottom. Volatile information coming out. Queen of Swords. Everything's changing, going to change. Karma coming and biting them on the bum. Due to relationships with the Lovers card. A lot of information that was secret, but no longer. It's going to be out there fully for public display. Okay, that's okay. She might find herself fired from her board positions, assets seized, and completely ruined. Would not surprise me. Gosh, and there's that Three of Swords again. Three of Swords, Two of Cups, Magician, and the Queen of Pentacles. Treason, agreements, manipulation, and trying to hang on. All of it's going to get exposed, and it's not going to smell well with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups there. Okay, Lynn Forrester, have a nice life. Okay, what are we're talking at Lynn Forrester. I'm just going to say Lynn Forrester. I'm not even going to put the Rothschild on the end. Okay, Ariane de Rothschild in Switzerland. She might be a different kettle of fish because she's not in the US. She's over in Switzerland, managing the Rothschild Bank over there. What's coming down the pipe for Ariane, previously Langner, whose father appears to have been involved in potentially Nazi human trials. What have we got? Karma coming and biting her on the bum. Actions having consequences. Legal action. Poor choices in the past. Delusional. Rejecting what's coming, with that emotionally rejecting what's coming. Ending of the happy families. And again, we've got that Page of Pentacles, reduced circumstances, and then the Six of Wands, getting out of dodge, and Judgment. Uncharted waters for her, going off the cliff with the fall, on the back foot, trying to defend the position, but it's not going to end well with the Ten of Swords. I think both of these people, let me just call them people, are going to find themselves in very pickly circumstances. I keep seeing it's the end of an oligarchical era. Money will not protect you. Put that back randomly and split the deck, and there it is again. Four of Cups. Not liking what is on the emotional level, trying to reject what is coming, and finding yourself with the Two of Swords at a legal crossroads. And there's that Justice card again. Ariane Rothschild. The name will not protect you. Your money will not protect you. What's coming for Ariane Rothschild? Ariane. Who's quite happy for her Wikipedia page to be deceptive. Married into money. What's happening? What's coming down for Ariane de Rothschild? Far out, man. Right at the core for her is the devil. Chained herself to this power and greed and addiction, and she's actually worse than Lynn Forrester because she didn't grow up in. Because some people who, when they're exposed to this sort of situation, actually become worse than those that expose them. Tied herself to the devil. The challenge for her, she might go into hiding, Four of Swords, or she might find herself in legal retreat. There's Russia. Oh, feel free to go. At the bottom, in the past was the independent, financially flush female, but it's in the past. Rounding the reading, documents, information about money with the Ace of Pentacles, the immediate future, coming to some sort of agreement with the Two of Cups. Could this be with Russia or could this be with the legal fraternity? Let's see where it goes. Externally for her is the Temperance card, trying to create alchemy by pouring from cup to cup. But the other side, I'm just going to say the other side of this mountain range is death. Trying to avoid by creating alchemy. Internally for her, sacrifice, strung up, looking at things differently, being seen differently. Now look at this line across here, 3 major arcana. This could be big information coming out about money, because this can be about something that is growing, something that is becoming more, or it could simply be Russia trying to create something out of nothing. And the Hanged Man. Hopes and fears. The wall's closing in on her with that Four of Wands. The outcome, 3 of Pentacles. Could be doing the bidding of others, or dark money behind the scenes. It's my dark money. It's my dark money behind the scenes. Sword of Truth and the Wheel of Fortune. Karma coming and biting her on the bum. Everything changing. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, slow moving, but bringing forward information about money. We've got the Magician. So this could be something being brought to the surface, brought into the light, or it could simply be manipulation, being fully exposed. With the Sun card. 3 of Cups, 3 women. King of Cups, this could be the Rothschild men that they married to, but back up against the wall, trying to defend their position, and the Death card. Endings. If I keep going, it just is awful. False victory, nightmare situation, having to defend about children in the past, the Epps information, the Epps files, the Fool, the loss, the orange twerp, and harsh truth coming out about who harvested what money. That's going to bring an end to an era. Okay, watch these 2 names. Well, this one name, de Rothschild, but these 2 women. Lynn Forrester de Rothschild and Ariane de Rothschild. Just keep an eye out. There'll be something really interesting that comes out about both of them. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I might see now, because I'm so much later in the afternoon, to see whether the STFU speech. Sorry, I can't help myself. It's just every time I see SOTU, my brain goes STFU. It's a bit like SCOTUS and SCROTUS. I'm going to see if it's been done and how many on my bingo card I managed to get. Blaming Biden, economy's going great, threatening Canada, What else have we got there? Healthiest president ever. Let's see how it goes. Love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.